Hello everybody. In today's lesson, we will try to have an idea about unit of a ring. Actually, this is an important idea regarding the existence of multiplicative inverse in a ring. An element A in a ring with unity is said to be a unit if there exists an element B in R such that A dot B equal to I equal to B dot A. Here B is called the inverse of A. Here B is denoted as A inverse. Okay. Now I'll have some examples here. If we take the ring Z plus dot, the only units are 1 and minus 1, and except these two elements, no element of Z is a unit. And in Z6 plus dot, the units are 1 and plus 1 and plus 5. Okay, so in this case we see that this is a very important idea, because only this is a finite ring and this is an infinite ring. In this finite ring, we see that here class 2, class 3 and class 4 are not unit, because if you just have class 2, then we see that 1 dot 2 equal to 2, 2 dot 2 equal to 4, 3 dot 2 equal to 0, 4 dot 2 equal to 2, and so on. 5 dot 2 equal to 10, plus 10 means plus 4. So no element here is unit. So only two units are 1 and 5 here. Now, what is the reason behind this? I will discuss later. Okay. You see here the zero element in a ring is not a unit. This is very easy to prove, and the result, there is another result, the multiplicative inverse of an element, if exists, is unique. This is also very easy to prove. You will try yourself. Now I come to a very interesting result here, that is the theorem we will share here, that if A be a unit in a ring R plus dot with unity, then A is not a divisor of 0. So here is a relation between unit and divisor of 0. If this is unit, this cannot be a divisor of 0. I can prove it. Let A be a unit in R, then A is obviously not equal to 0, and we have to show that A is not a divisor of 0. If possible, let A dot be equal to 0 for some B in R. Since A is a unit, then A inverse exists in R. Then from this we have A inverse of A dot B equal to A inverse dot 0, and that is A inverse dot A dot B equal to 0. Since this is equal to 0 and this is equal to I equal to B equal to 0, that is B equal to 0. So A is not a left divisor of 0. Similarly, we can show that A is not a right divisor of 0. Therefore, A is not a divisor of 0. Now the question is the converse true? Is the converse true? The answer is negative. Is the converse true? That is, if an element in a ring with unit is not a divisor of 0, then is it a unit? Answer is no. We have example in Z plus dot. This is a ring without divisor of 0. No, in fact, here if you take 2 in Z, then 2 is not a divisor of 0. 2 is not a divisor of 0, but 2 inverse, that is half, does not belong to Z. So 2 is not a unit in Z. But with some restriction, we can show that a divisor of if an element is not a divisor of 0, then it can be a unit. If R be a finite ring without divisor of 0, then every non-zero element is a unit in R. Let R be a finite ring with n plus 1 elements and without divisor of 0, and be a ring without divisor of 0. Here A naught is the zero element of R. If we consider the product A1, A naught, A1, 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 AN, and consider the product A naught, A1, A naught, A1, A1, AN, A1, then we see that this is the zero element, and these elements obviously are distinct and non-zero. We have proved it in our previous classes that this collection is distinct and non-zero element of R. Now R is a finite ring without divisor of 0. Since R is a finite ring with no divisor of 0, then we know that R contains unity element. Okay, that is identity element. I say, since I is in R, then there exists an element which is equal to I, and there exists also an element which is I. Then we can say that a1 dot au equal to I, and from here we can say that av dot a1 equal to I for some au av in R. Okay, so now we see what happens. Now au dot a1 av dot a1 dot au equal to av dot a1 dot au. We can write this associative property. Then we see that av a1 equal to I dot au, and we can take a1 au av dot I, that is au equal to av. Therefore, from these two relations we have a1 dot au equal to I equal to au dot a1, since au equal to av. This shows that au is the inverse of a1. This shows that a1 is a unit. Similarly, the other non-zero elements are also be unit. In fact, the collection of units of a ring is non-empty, because if R be a ring with unity, then unity itself is a unit. Now we have an interesting result here. The collection of all units in a ring with unity form a group. Okay, the proof is here. Let R plus dot be a ring with unity I, and U be the collection of all units in R. Then first thing we should show that this is closed under multiplication, and forms a group under multiplication, obviously. Okay, so let A be 2 units in R, then there exist elements UB in R such that A dot U equal to I equal to U dot A, and B dot V equal to I equal to V dot B. Now you see A dot B dot V dot U equal to A dot B dot V dot U, that is equal to A dot and B dot be equal to I. So this is A dot U and A dot U is again I. Also V dot U dot A dot B is equal to again U dot A. We can associate this way. U dot A equal to I. This is B dot B and B dot B is equal to I. Thus V U is the inverse of AB. And the closure property is satisfied. Number 2, multiplication is hereditary property. Multiplication is associative over U. There is nothing to prove. And number 3, I is the I belong to U. So and I is the identity element of U, and if A is an element in U, then we have A dot U equal to, we have A inverse equal to I equal to A inverse A, where this is the inverse, A inverse is the inverse of A, multiplicative inverse in A, and this implies that if we write this way, this is equal to I and this is A dot A inverse, and from this relation it is obvious that A is the inverse of A inverse. So A inverse is a unit and A inverse belong to U. So A is in U implies that A inverse is in U, and therefore we have proved that all the properties that U is a group with respect to multiplication. And the next idea we come here, it was the characteristics of a ring. Okay. Now we come to the idea characteristic of a ring. Let R be a ring. Let us take R plus dot be a ring. Then the characteristic of R is defined as the smallest positive integer n such that A dot n dot A is the zero element of R or all A in R. If no such positive integer exists, if no such, it may happen, such positive integer exists, then we say that characteristic of R is equal to 0, like if we take Z plus dot, then there exists no positive integer for which n equal to 0 for all A in Z. Characteristic of Z equal to 0. In Z6 plus, we see that characteristic of Z equal to I think it is 6. You can try yourself how to show it. Just take all the elements and try to multiply with the one integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and you will get the answer here. You see, there is a very interesting characteristic of a zero ring is 1, and there is an interesting result. Let R be a ring with unity I, then characteristic of R equal to n if and only n into I equal to 0. We'll prove that part first. Let characteristic of R equal to n, then n is the smallest positive integer according to the definition, positive integer such that n dot a equal to I for all a, sorry, this is 0 for all a in R. Since I is an element in R, then I dot a equal to 0. Conversely, let n dot I equal to 0 where n is the smallest positive integer. Now n dot a equal to a plus a plus a n times, this is a dot I, a dot I, a dot I n times, this is equal to a into 1 plus, sorry, I plus I plus I, this is also n times, and this is a dot n into I. Here n is the smallest positive integer for which ni equal to 0. So n is the smallest positive integer for which n dot a equal to 0. This implies n dot a equal to 0 for all a in R where n is the smallest positive integer. So characteristic of R equal to n. And that is all. Thank you.